We all know that paper crafting can be an expensive hobby. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, but it doesn't have to be. Let's craft our stash and use what we have. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Yes, paper crafting can be expensive, but there are ways that we can save money. And one of the ways that we can save money is by using what we have. Yo, I'm just as guilty as everyone else of seeing the latest and the greatest and thinking that I have to have it when I don't. My craft room is full of things that I've purchased and rarely ever used. My paper collection all by itself can probably fill a scrapbook store. So I am committed to using what I have and crafting my stash. Yes, there will be times when you'll see me use something brand new, but I am going to go into my paper vault and use what I have. I'm going to use the tools that I have. I'm going to use the decorative scissors that I have to get the looks that I want. Yes, I'll still be introducing papers on my website, but I'm also going to be using papers that I have. And I'm very committed to showing us different ways of using those challenging images that might be in our paper pads or in a paper pack. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera, show you what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to show you how to make a project as elegant as this by using some of those papers that we might overlook because they have that challenging image on them. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera right now because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here are some of those challenging papers that I'm talking about. These are 8.5 by 11, but in our larger paper pads, you can often find pages that will have an offset image or a hard to figure out image, and we tend to stay away from those. And when we stay away from them, we are actually wasting our money because they just sit there and sit there. I'm going to share with you yet another way that you can use challenging prints like these in your paper crafting. Some of the images are large, some of them are offset to the side, some of them take up the whole page. How do you use things like this? Well, I have a video that's going to be linked where I've already shown one really cool way of using prints like this. Today I'm going to share with you another cool way of using prints like this. So what I have here is this wonderful box, and I made the box using this sheet. You can see the word enjoy right there. It's just sitting right there. This would be great to cover a notebook or a composition book, but we can also find another way to use this. And so what I did was I made a box. And this box, when finished, is 6.5 by 4 1/8, and it is 1 inch deep. And when we opened the box, I took some more of those offset images or odd images, and I created some blank note cards to go with my set. And then I took some coordinating paper that I had in a paper pad to make an envelope. So I really want to show you today how you can get a gorgeous look like this. And y'all, this is so elegant and upscale. And this pack cost $1.99. Got it from Tuesday Morning, back in the day when Tuesday Morning was still in business. $1.99, and you get 12 sheets in the pack. So what I've made here didn't even cost me $1. So I can make 4 cards, the box, and 4 plain envelopes. I can make these for under $1.50. And y'all, that is some beautiful economic paper crafting. And look at how gorgeous these are. This is that quirkiness that you see in the store right now. People love it. And this would make a great gift for anyone. This is a great masculine gift because it's simply gold and white stripes. That is for anyone. I am going to set this to the side because I need to show you how simple this is to do. So what I have here is another one of the graphic sheets and the enjoy page from that set. Then from a 12 by 12 paper pad, I found this coordinating paper that I think will work well with this. So I'm going to do my cards in a pretty unusual way. So I'm going to go ahead and take this 8.5 by 11, turn it to the 11-inch side, and go ahead and cut out the traditional 5.5-inch length. So this is what I have. Then, and on the 8.5-inch side, we're going to score at 4 1/4 on both of these. So if you are using your 12 by 12 paper, go ahead and cut it down to 8 1/2 by 11, and then cut that 8 1/2 by 11 down to 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and then on the 8 1/2 inch side, go ahead and score at 8 1/4. So now I'm just going to take these two cards and fold them in half. Now I need to cut these because they're going to be too large for the box size that I'm making. So folded, I am going to cut these at 3 1/2. And now I have my two cards to go in my little set. So I did it that way so that I would have even spacing on both sides of the card, front and back. So I'm going to go ahead and make the box. We're going to take our piece that is 8 1/2 by 11. So if you're working with a 12 by 12 piece, again, cut it down to 8 1/2 by 11. And on the 8 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1, rotate to the opposite 8 1/2 inch side and score at 1. Then I'm going to turn it to the 11 inch side, and I am going to score at 4 1/8, at 5 1/8, at 9 1/4, and at 10 1/4. Then I am going to fold and burnish all of my scores. So now that I have my scores folded and burnished, I have this section right here. I'm going to go to the score mark and cut straight across on both sides. Then I'll angle in on this little tab like that, and then I'll reduce this tab in size. So that is what we have. I'll turn it around this way, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to go up to the score mark, cut straight across on both sides. Then I'll angle, angle, and reduce. So now my piece looks like this. I am going to move down to this side. We'll go up to the second score mark, and I'll cut straight down. Then I'll remove that piece, and then I'll angle like that. Same thing over here. Go up to that second score mark, cut straight down, remove this piece, and then angle. So now I'm just going to use my tape to put the box together. You can use glue, but my tape just happens to be handy. So I am going to take some tape and place it on my tab. Do the same thing over here. Take some tape, place it on my tab. Then I'm going to place my tape on this end, but I'm going to fold these backwards because I don't want to place any tape on them. So let's go ahead and add some tape right at the edge. And add some tape right here. Do the same thing on this side. We're going to add tape right at the edge. And we'll add some tape right there. So now we are ready to put this together. Let me make sure all of my tape is nice and stuck. I'll peel away my tape backers. And now to put this together, we're going to take this end and join it to this piece, making sure that we have those ends nice, tight, and crisp. And we're going to do the same thing over here. We are just joining those ends like that. Then we'll take this side, making sure that it matches at the top. We'll join it this way because we'll be able to fold that over. And we do the same thing over here. Just join it. Now, if you happen to notice that you have any overhang on the bottom, I don't, but if you did, you just take your scissors and snip away that overhang. So now we have our beautiful box. I am just going to snip off a little bit from my ends so that they'll close easier. And now I can take this and we can put it in like that. And y'all, what we have is a most beautiful little box. This is very, very boutique-y looking. It is so upscale. I absolutely love it. And I think that you will too. You don't have to have this paper. You have papers in your paper pad where you can get a beautiful look and you can make a beautiful box set. Now I'm going to make a very quick envelope. So let's take this and we are going to cut out a piece that is 7 3/4 by 9.5. On the 9.5 inch side, let's score at 3.5 and 7 1/8. Then we're going to turn it to the 7 3/4 inch side and let's score at 1. Rotate it to the opposite 7 3/4 inch side and score at 1. Now we are going to fold and burnish all of our scores. So now what we want to do is we want to free this center tab, and I am going to do that by going to the score mark and angling in to free the tab. Same thing over here, go to the score mark, angle in to free the tab. Now we want to get rid of these 4 corner pieces, and we do that by taking our finger blade or scissors and just cutting straight down at a slight angle. Do the same thing on this end, cut straight down at a slight angle. And there we have our envelope. I am going to take my scissors and just slightly round my ends because I like the rounded look on my envelopes. So I am going to put my envelope together with tape. The widest part of the envelope is the part that you fold up. So I am going to take some tape. I'm going to put some tape right in here, and then a little bit of tape right here on the end. Now I can fold up. And there we have our envelope. You can put some double stick tape on the back if you want. So you simply need to make envelopes for every card that you make. And y'all, now we have another beautiful card set that we can gift, keep, or sell. This is another thing that we're able to do with some of those challenging papers that we might have in our paper pads and our paper packs. So just cut it down to 8.5 by 11 and then follow the directions in this video and you'll end up with something beautiful. I love how this project has turned out, and I love being able to share with you economical ways that we can paper craft without breaking the bank and without requiring all of the expensive equipment that's out there. If you can afford it and you want to buy it, that's great. But I want people to know that we can do it without it. Are my cards as fancy as some of the cards that are made with those machines? Absolutely not. But I am very pleased with what I was able to turn out. And if you want, you can take a little word sticker and just put it right here, or you can stamp something across the top. There are so many different things that you can do to get the most out of your craft stash. You already have it. You already bought it. Now let's use it. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun, quick, and easy way of using some of those more challenging papers in our paper packs and our paper pads. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, y'all, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. So I would love to have you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.